Good morning. My name is Wynand Serfontein. I'm from DHL Germany, a company called European Air Transport. I'm privileged to be here. I'm actually a Croatian license holder, and the guy who did my ATP check or validation knows Willie quite well, and somehow Cargo Coffee came up, and I was introduced, and I'm very happy to be here. So firstly, we've heard a lot of theory, risk processes, fatigue models, mitigations. So basically we've covered the policy of an FRMS, we've covered the risk management process, the assurance, but what about the promotion? How do we make fatigue risk management alive, tactile, tangible, that you can see that it's happening? And one of our very successful projects was this Cargo Coffee. So we fly fairly old aircraft, Airbus A300-600s, Boeing 757s, they have a very basic galley. It's not like a 747-400 or 777 freighter that actually has an espresso machine in the galley. And there was this need for better quality caffeine on our flight decks. And as you can see, I've got up my usual Nescafe sachet, which I refer to as plastic coffee. I'd rather not drink coffee than drink that. Okay. And life is too short for two things: drink bad coffee and drink cheap red wine. Okay. So we're starting with the coffee. I don't know if you know, a while back at Air France in the early 70s, you could still have a glass of wine as a captain on the flight deck with your meal. We don't allow that anymore, but we can improve the quality of coffee. This was in a collaboration with one of our captains. He's a coffee fundi. We went on a trip together. It was a sporting event for our company, and he got talking about it. He was very enthusiastic, and I supported them getting what we call now Cargo Coffee, which is I know more now, it's a medium roasted, slow roast, it's a medium to strong slow roast coffee that we have in our sachet, and it has been very successful. We've had positive feedback from crew. We've actually noticed a reduction in our fatigue reports, and we're putting it down to this. We're not 100% sure, but we think it's this. What is quite interesting is that, now I am a pilot, so if I say anything derogatory about pilots, I'm referring to myself. If you can look on the back of this package, we actually put really nice instructions. Okay, but unfortunately in this little packet, and some of you may have picked up some, the packaging side looks a little bit like a tea bag. So what were the crew doing? They were opening it up and dipping it in the hot water. This wasn't working, so what we actually ended up doing for our crew was actually printing out some instructions on how to use it. So for those of you who have picked it up with pictures, okay, with color pictures. So the idea is to move it from the bag. You actually need to tear off the top of the tea bag, open it up over the cup, and pour the water in through it. Roughly 140 mils, 90 degrees if you can. That's the best. If you like a stronger one, you just top it up once. I like a medium one. I top up the little sachet twice. And those who don't like strong coffee, top it up 3 times. And this is a way of just demonstrating how we are caring or talking or thinking about crew fatigue in general. Okay. Just some other projects that we did and that we do is provide our crew with sleeping rooms. Okay, DHL branded. We do a lot of layovers in some of our hubs. We have 60 sleeping rooms in Leipzig. We have 5 sleeping rooms here in Malpensa. And slowly we're building more of a visible type of fatigue promotion, if you want to call it that. And one that has been really successful that you would have seen is a sleeping mask that we develop as well. So we don't only manage fatigue for crew, for pilots in our company. We don't have cabin crew. For pilots, we also do it for our maintenance staff and our flight ops control staff. And this is a great promotion because we hand it out to them at our safety events, which comes with a little note in it that says, please, this is for use for sleep at work and at home if you need it. I'm always a big proponent of being allowed to sleep at work. If you can take a 40-minute lunch break, who says you need to eat? Why not provide facilities? If you want to have a nap in your lunch break, why not? Why are we saying you're not allowed to nap or sleep during your lunch? And 2 other projects we're working on. One is a neck pillow, okay, a branded neck pillow, because one of the things you need is to try to keep your neck upright if you're trying to sit in a chair. And one that has been quite interesting, we're developing what we call a fatigue gadget library, because fatigue gadgets can be quite expensive. If you're talking about Bose type earpods, if you're talking about lighting that changes. If you're talking about background noise devices, we're developing a library where crew can come and loan these devices for a week or two, see if it actually works for them before they go spend the money on purchasing these expensive devices. Okay. Promotion, FRMS, the DHL way. Thank you.